Hey, Wonderhussy here on a chilly but beautiful sunny winter's day. I'm Death Valley adjacent near a place called Ibex Spring. Now, I actually went to Ibex Spring last March and I shot a video there, but I never uploaded it because I don't know, I felt like the site wasn't compelling enough to really post, sadly. I mean, it was an old mining encampment, there was a little spring, a bunch of old buildings, but nothing about it really spoke to me. So that was like almost a year ago. Fast forward to right around the end of 2019, I got an email from a viewer who tipped me off that just beyond Ibex Spring, which by the way was centered around these talc mines, well, apparently just past the talc mine here on the other side of this mountain, there's another valley, and there's supposed to be a really cool old historic cabin there. Well, you know how I feel about my cabins. I am cabin crazy. I love finding these old abandoned miners' cabins. And this one is, the guy said it had a lot of supplies in it and history and stuff. Unfortunately, all this intel is pretty out of date. The last time he visited was 2006, and it's now 2020. So it's been 14 years since this guy visited. Who knows what the state of this cabin's going to be, or if we'll even be able to get to it, honestly. I'm hiking with a friend today, and we're just going to try to go on foot. We drove as far as we could up this really rough dirt road to this upper talc mine. There's actually two talc mines, this one, and then there's one down closer to Ibex Spring. And then from here, I scouted it out on Google Maps, and it's 2.89 miles away that way to this cabin. So there's no trail, I don't think. It's just going to be bushwhacking. So we have to hike over these mountains and then cross a valley. I think the elevation at the top here is 3,000 feet and the cabin's at 1,600. So that means on the return, we're going to be gaining 1,400 feet of elevation. So it's going to be a tough hike. It's already after 11 a.m. So it's winter. It gets dark early. I better stop yakking and get hiking. Okay, so I left my car parked down there. And this used to be a road going up higher, up to, I guess, the upper reaches of the mine. So I'm just going to hike along it because it's way too washed out for even my rig to handle. And besides, I ain't scared of a little exercise. Good old-fashioned fresh air and exercise, sunshine. Good for what ails you, you know? Okay, we passed the upper section of the upper talc mine. And you can see how washed out this quote-unquote road is. I mean, you have to be pretty creative to even be able to see a road here anymore. But it's not that bad to hike. It's just, uphill all the way. Alright, so we've been hiking along and we finally came to a place where there was a break in the mountains and I see a view in the distance. And I'm pretty sure I can see the cabin we're trying to get to. So it's going to be really hard for you guys to see it because I just have my crappy digital zoom, but if you look way off across into the desert there, you see like a white patch. I think that's another mine of some sort. Well, to the right of that, you may be able to see. I'll zoom in. I think that's what we're trying to hike to. So zoom back out. It looks to me like the best way we want to get there is just to hike straight down this kind of wash here. Okay, so the talc mine that we parked at is way up back in the distance, that white patch. Basically, we just hiked down a wash. Heading down this wash to the valley floor where the cabin is in the distance. But if you look there on the ridge, you can see a little stack of rocks up on there. Looks to me like a trail marker. So apparently this is not a road and looks like it's never been a road, it's just a wash. But apparently someone has come this way before for some reason. Okay, we are basically just sort of hiking across this vast wash. I don't even know if you can see there's white back there. That's for the talc mine. And we're crossing this huge, vast, broad wash. And we can finally see the cabin. It's in view there. We're almost to it. But it's slow going because of all these gullies. I mean, this wash looks deceptively flat. But let me tell you something. When you're down in it, it's most definitely not flat. There's been some pretty substantial gullies that we had to go down and up. So even though I measured the distance as the crow flies as being 2.89 miles, definitely over 3 miles if you take into account the meandering and the ups and downs. But along the way, we have seen a few interesting things, which is, I mean, one of them is this awesome metal cup I just found. I thought it was a tin can at first, but no, you can see it's actually like a little cup of some sort. Looks like maybe there was a handle on it here. But it's amazing, like we're so friggin' remote out here. I can't imagine what lonely miner lost his cup here. It's kind of cool. I guess I'll just leave it here where I found it for the next person to enjoy. Okay, we finally made it all the way across this vast wash, and we came to this really busted old road that leads up to the cabin. That's my friend in the distance. You can see there used to be a gate at one time, and apparently there used to be a road that went all the way down, 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 and probably cut through that valley there, but it's clearly no longer a road. It's totally washed out. That being said, look at this. There's fresh tire tracks in the dirt, which means somebody's been out here fairly recently. And you know what that means? Someone was doing some illegal off-roading, because we are technically within the park boundary of Death Valley National Park right now. And we even passed a sign on the way here that said very clearly, driving off roads prohibited. So whoever did that was breaking the law, breaking the law. Okay, so as we go up the road here to the cabin, you can see here this old sign that says dangerous, explosives, something gas. Okay, now you can see the little cabin, which, you know, to the untrained eye might look like, why the heck would she hike all the way across that wash just to get to this busted old POS? But I don't know, call me crazy, I'm interested in that kind of thing. And look here, there's a stone wall, a chassis of an old car. In fact, there's another old car up at the top of this wash. There's a lot of old metal junk in this wash. You can see, I don't know how many people lived here over the years, but, and then it looks like to the left of the cabin, there's a little mine at it as well we could poke our nose in, since I did bring a flashlight. And then of course, I know my car people, you probably want to go check out that car too. So we'll do cabin, mine, and then car. Let's go. Okay, now the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's check out what's inside this cabin. Now the first thing about this cabin that I don't notice is that there's actually glass in the window. I know the sun's behind it, it's kind of hard to see, but look, the glass isn't broken. So that's a good sign that there might actually be some pretty well preserved stuff inside. Quick look around the outside. Looks like it used to be the office for the mine, I guess. Looks like there was an old bench seat from a car and an old bed. Uh-oh, but look at the window on this side. This one's busted clean open, so no telling what condition it's going to be like inside there. Only one way to find out, and that is go inside. I almost had a hard time figuring out where the door was because it's pretty minimalist, but it is latched. So, and there's a rock in front of it to keep it from swinging open. So, gosh, somebody may have been here not that long ago. Let's see. Wow. It's a one-room cabin, 2 bunk beds with a wood-burning stove in between. I don't know if it was sort of a split-level deal or half the floor is just missing or what is up there. But over here on the upper level, we got some shelves with a few artifacts there. We have, oh, the log book is in this little bread box. And then there's this below the window with the glass in it. There's a, sorry about the light, table with a few things on it. Looks like there's a few things hanging on the wall there. And then there's this cabinet that will probably be full of interesting stuff. So we're just gonna go methodically. I guess I'll start out over here. Old rusty cans that were probably found in the wash there. They're all, that looks like Vienna sausages. That was probably some kind of juice. That was maybe some kind of potted meat. Oh, look, a die. Interesting. Somebody's old crap game. Look at that old pot. Yikes, that is an old pot. It doesn't look like it'd be much good now. Oh, yikes, it's full of unspeakable foulness. We'll just put that back up there. Oh, and then this looks fairly new. What's this? Oh, it's like, oh, it's benches. It's a folding picnic table. Cool. I don't know why you would lug that all the way out here, though, when there's already a perfectly serviceable table in the cabin. Although, chair-wise, there's only this one chair, and it's in pretty rough shape. Okay, on the table, we just have another old can that somebody put rocks in. Not sure why. An old Folgers coffee can, and then this really cool mug. Looks real 70s. What does it say? Wally? Walleye. Oh, walleye, like the fish. I thought it was some guy named Wally's mug. Whoops. All right. Up here on the wall, look. I thought that was a guillotine, but it says broom. I guess it's just a place where they would hang a broom, but the broom's long gone. There's a fly swatter there. Real old fly swatter. I don't know if you can even see that. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. There's this log box. Oh, look what we have here. Guy Starbuck. As I live and breathe. Darn you, Starbuck. I'll never get to a place you haven't already been. I'm just kidding. Guy Starbuck's cool. We're Facebook friends. He has a blog that he goes to all these crazy places and takes pictures of and writes about them. And he's real stingy with information, which I like. He won't tell you exactly where these places are, but sometimes you can figure out enough clues reading his posts to, go find the place on your own. He's really into protecting and preserving these locations, so he's cool. I'm going to leave his card right where I found it. And then under his card, there is a map of Death Valley, because we are in Death Valley Park. And here's the logbook. Let's see when the last person was here. I mean, these entries, look at that. Sorry about the light. Move it out of the sun. 1997, dang. Okay, let's see who was here last. Just before us. Okay, it looks like April 20th, 4/20, 2019. Not even a year ago. Wow, that's amazing to me that somebody was out here that recently, or relatively recently, because it feels like we're so far out in the middle of friggin' nowhere here. Okay, well, I don't want to spend too long in this cabin because we still got to hike all the way back to the car before dark, so I'm just going to browse through here real quick and see. Uh-oh, look here. I wonder if Captain Camo knows Lizard Lee. Lizard Lee's the host at Saline Hot Springs. Interesting. Oh, just people's notes from 2018, 2003. People have been coming here for years. Oh, this guy here, boxcarcabin.com. Dan, he's kind of mean. He said some very nasty things about one of my videos. Oh, look at this one. Hi, I am a kid named Aiden. Or I'm not sure what that says. Aviden. And I am on a car trip, and it is late afternoon, and it is so pretty. My dog is with me, and I am having so much fun. I can't wait to see the dunes. Have fun. A nice poop. Great. Yeah, there's some awesome sand dunes. Well, you saw them out the window there. Can't see them now because of the light. Okay, well, I gotta sign this logbook. Okay, I just left a quick note. Wonderhussy here from YouTube. Hiked in from the upper talc mine at Ibex. Beautiful day, nice hike, great little cabin. Tough to get to equals even better. I feel like because this cabin is so hard to get to, there's pretty slim chance of anybody coming out here and vandalizing it. I mean, you'd really have to be a massive jerk to hike all the way I just hiked just to come bust up a cabin. All right, closed up the logbook, back in the bread box. Now we've got one more thing to investigate, and that is this cabinet. Now, what could be in here? It says, please close when leaving so the mice won't chew holes in the water jugs. And then on top, look at this old Papa vodka box. It's full of old it's full of old newspapers. Let's just take one out. I don't, like I said, have time to be here all day, but let's see what we have. Oh, it looks old. It is the Los Angeles Times from, oh gosh, like 1992, right after Valentine's Day 92. Holy cow, you guys remember where you were? Back in February of 92? That's before the OJ trial even. Look at that, Mexico 92. No better time. It might have been safer down there back then. All right, well anyways, I don't want to look through this box at newspapers all day. Well, actually I kind of do, but better not. Let's continue on our journey here and look in this cabinet. Okay, open one side, open the other side. Oh. Please close so the mouse won't chew holes in the water jugs. He eats National Geographics too. Oh gosh. Look what's in this cabin. Okay, so it's got a few supplies laid in. Some generic brand Pop-Tarts that are probably really stale. I wonder if there's a date on them anywhere. Well, it doesn't look like it. Well, I'm going to guess they're way past their prime. Oh, look, some real crusty old first aid supplies, nails, odds and ends, cans, jars. What does this say? 6-pen ring shank. Oh, God, I don't know what that means. Oh, and here's the water jugs they were talking about. That's cool because, boy, if you were out here in the summer and you needed water, you'd be happy to see that. And then down here, there's a bunch of books. I guess we'll go to that shelf last. The bottom shelf is just more bottles of water, it looks like. They're just in old soda bottles. And then I don't know if that actually has fuel in it. It feels like it's empty. Huh. Interesting. So just some supplies laid in. And then here's where all the reading material is. High quality stuff like 2001: A Space Odyssey. Now that's a book. All Things Bright and Beautiful, another classic. Oh, look at this. Conflict. The History of the Korean War. Oh, look at this. The Day of the Locust. Whoa, look at the art on the cover of that. That's cool. The Swiss Family Robinson. Oh, I loved that at Disneyland when they used to have the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse and they turned it into a stupid Tarzan treehouse. Oh, The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. Man, just a little bit of everything in this library. I mean, look at that Haynes manual for a Nissan Datsun Sentra. That was my first car, actually. I had a Nissan Sentra. Got Sportsman's Guide. Gosh, I don't even know what year that's from. Probably a long time ago. Oh, look, I mean, a January 1973 friggin' National Geographic. That is old, man. Wow, Mouse didn't eat this one. There's a bunch of Nat Geos in here. Neat. Okay, I'm just going to look at the back layer behind these books. Oh, more books or magazines or something, but nothing like super interesting. It looks like Reader's Digest. Oh, yep, Reader's Digests. All right, well, let me put these books back. Like I said, we don't have all day to be spending here. Put this Nat Geo back. It looks to me like there might be something here for the wife, too. What's this? Sunset. Yeah, that's a ladies' mag. From, oh my God, from 1970. I'm obsessed with old homemakers magazines from the 70s. This is, look at how bright and the colors are. It's been in here for so long. Oh my God, look at that awesome dress. I love looking at these old 70s ads. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Oh, look at this. Keep regular naturally with ready-to-eat delicious Uncle Sam laxative cereal. Wow. Uncle Sam laxative cereal. Woo! Man, these were the days. Oh, I better stop looking at this magazine. It's very tempting. I want to take it with me. But you know how I roll. I'm going to leave it here. Close it up. Lead me not into temptation, cabin. Put all the books back. Oh my gosh, look at this. This looks even older. What's this? Coronet. October. It doesn't even say the year, but look at this. The School Where Johnny Can Read. What is this? Coronet. How we retired in 15 years with $300 a month. Well, back then, maybe you could. I don't know what year this is. Oh, here, look. Oh my gosh. October 1956. Look how old this is. Dang. The tiger who changed his stripes. The colors are so vibrant in this thing because I guess it's been closed up in this friggin' cabinet since 1956. Amazing, and I'm going to leave it right as it was. Wow, that old Coronet magazine was one of the coolest things I've ever found exploring these cabins because it was, well, simply because of its age and the condition it was in. All right, well, one last look around here before we leave. I mean, there is potential here. You would need to fix that window. And there's a lot of cracks that would need to be chinked. But you know what? If it was really hot summer and you were straggling through the desert, like somehow you got lost in Death Valley and you ended up here and you found those jugs of water, this would provide shade. Man, it would be a lifesaver. All right, I'm gonna latch the door back up the way I found it. So if you're watching this, you know it wasn't me who, left it open or open to vandals or whatever. Okay, I even put the rock back, leaving it just like I found it. And there's one more thing to check out here before we start hiking back. I know I said I was going to go check out this mine over here, but come to find out it's not a mine. I went over there and it's just a pile of rocks. I think there might have been an outhouse there at one time. So there's nothing there now. But I'm going to go back over up here. There's a ruins of an old car. We'll check that out. And then my friend, you can see, is waiting for me. He's probably ready to get the heck back out of here. Okay, hiking back up the wash towards where I saw this old car. Oh, wow. What a beaut. How did that thing get out here in the first place? Can you imagine? Okay, guys. Look at it. It's a Pontiac, clearly. It says Pontiac on the back. Wow, that's really neat, man. What kind of Pontiac was that? I'll do a 360 on it. I'm guessing the rains come down this wash, you know, and just really go nuts and knocked it right over. But hey, look what's cool. This is all sheltered from the sun all these years. Look at the upholstery. Holy cannoli. Wow, look at that. It's still kind of even supple. Holy Christ, look at the friggin' the thing to roll the window down. Wow, beautiful. Holy crike, look at this thing. Wowzers. That is so amazing that the upholstery is still so well preserved. I guess it's always in the shade down there, you know, as it's upside down. And then here's the other side. See, some ding-a-ling yahoo shot it full of bullet holes. Look at that, the chrome's. Well, the chrome is rusting, but in a very beautiful way. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's an amazing patina. Is that how you say that? Patina? I'm not sure how you pronounce that word. And then what's really cool is the way those Pontiac letters are written. Oh, sorry about my shadow. They're actually like 3D. Do you see that? Huh, they don't make them like that anymore. Oh, wow, what a cool old car. It's just amazing to me that a car like that ever was able to make it way up here on this road. You know, well, I guess the miners were doing well here. And they like to go hot rodding. I can't even imagine where they drove back in the day. I mean, the closest town to where we are is, I guess, Baker, California. And that's back then. Well, maybe Baker was a bigger city back then. I need to do some research into Baker. I've been wanting to make a video about it. So, you know, I guess I'll find out. We made it back to the car, safe and sound in one piece. And it actually was a lot easier coming back because, well, on the way there, we didn't exactly know where we were going. I had it pinned on Google Maps, but I didn't have, I wasn't using like a hiking tracking device or anything. So we were just kind of like bushwhacking. But on the way back, we knew exactly where we were going back to. Took about 2 hours each way and got here just in time to enjoy a friggin' beautiful sunset. The sun just dipped behind that mountain, and we said a prayer. Even though I'm not a religious person, you know, it's just nice to be thankful for the day. And, well, the creosote bush is my spirit plant. If you don't know what a creosote bush is, it's these little green bushes that grow in the desert. And why is that my spirit plant? Well, because it's hardy. It can grow just about anywhere with minimal water or care. And it's long-lived. It's one of the oldest organisms on the planet. In fact, I think it's one of the oldest clonal organism on the entire planet is a clone, a creosote colony down by Lander, California. I do plan to make a video about that at some point. Anyway, I found a creosote bush as my spirit plant. I grabbed onto it and I just thanked, you know, whoever, whatever, for an awesome day, an awesome hike, and, well, hopefully, many more adventures ahead.